Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today, taking care of kingdom affairs, but not just that. We still need to go to Pitax. I think I have things to do. Jethal brings disturbing news. Yes, she did. We have things to do before the end of the month, so I'll take the opportunity to do those things. We also have to track the throne thief. A ruler without a throne is but a fool. I disagree, but also because, you know, a ruler can, you know, it's maybe a king without a throne, but it's fine, it's fine. We're just pretend that's totally fine. So we have events over here, but that is actually where most of my worries come from, because we need Octavia to come back before the end of the month, which we should be able to get, because a week sounds like a beautiful thing. Oh, yes, that is good. And then over here, this is the one that's going to be the closest, I think. The 21 days to resolve. Oh, that doesn't actually really matter. It's only for the storyteller. And the storyteller, yes, that is the one that's difficult. So, 27, yeah, we should be okay. We should be okay. Let's do the other first. For Jethal. Start that project. It costs a little bit of build points, but we have above 5,000, which means we will not be buying more build points anymore, because we're now at the peak of our production of build points per day, because of that thing that adds that one right there. +1 build point per day for every 1,000 that you have, which is very nice, up to 5,000, or up to 5 per day. So that's pretty good. And we are gonna do ranks ups. That's probably what it is. Loyalty to 9. That is good stuff. Over here we have Lindsay to 7. So loyalty to 9. Why? That one didn't have an X before, but now it does. Let's save the game just in case. Well, not just in case, with the explicit purpose of saves coming, because I think there is an event that we might fail, because I think there was like a 60% chance or something. Now we have Tsana reaching level 10 or rank 10 at loyalty, so that's very nice. Not specifically. Oh yeah, this one, that definitely succeeded. It's a tricky one, isn't it? The population census, it was a triumph, which is good. Druma's advisors and bureaucrats did an excellent job. Not only did the census identify tax evaders and other dodgers, but it led to the capture of more dangerous criminals as well. Oh, right, there's two as well, because, you know, more dangerous criminals as well as the foreign spies hiding from the authorities. And then the rest of the stuff probably is going to be all successes, because those were pretty decent chances. If I remember correctly, Pitaxian presents the Alien 2 or something. Missing ambassador. The Queen's servants managed to find the criminals responsible for the ambassador's disappearance. It was a local bandit gang, and nobody gave much thought to it. We also have a way into Neresa's dream. Now, this is important. We have discovered a way to enter Neresa's dream. Lindsay and the storyteller are ready to perform the ritual. They are also gonna... They're not ready. I don't think they... Maybe they're both ready, but I only need one of them to be ready. That sounds like a thing. Let's see what we have. We have 2 new things. Forgotten knowledge. An ancient hermit's cabin, which used to belong to an old elven mage, has been discovered in the marshes. The dusty library contains fascinating books in an ancient language now forgotten. A competent decryptor would be able to decipher the knowledge contained in the book. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It's not too bad. Sana can do that, because she's amazing at everything. Good. Get all the knowledge. And our X's are back, which is good. We have 61 over here, and only 1 crisis points. That's the ashes and dust. I can save scum that one without losing the crisis point, so we're probably going to do that. Craftsman strike. We're going to murder them in the face and teach them to unionize properly, because they're all idiots, apparently, who don't unionize. So we will... Yeah, just do that. Canonize alone on that. And then we're waiting for the storyteller, which is 12 more days. That should be enough. We'll find out if it is enough. We didn't actually get anything else around here, but we do need another rank up. So this is where things get a little bit more complicated. We got a Lindsay at 7. We have a 9 for military. That sounds like a lovely idea. I do declare. And I don't know why I declare, but I do. So we're just going to do that. Game chugs a little bit, but it's not a problem. The reason why it's chugging is because it's saving at the same time, and I'm not really sure why it does that. But hopefully 61%. I mean, 61%. We failed twice on the other one that was also a 61. We're going to succeed, right? We supported the general, now at level 10, or rank 10. Songs of Pitax. That was another one that we had put on before. Our priests gave sermons urging reason, and along with some careful counterspells to neutralize the Pitaxian bards' charms, it worked. The locals have driven the Pitaxian agitators from the region. Pitaxian assassins were destroyed before they could manage to murder anybody else. Wait, what? Oh. It's gonna take a little while, isn't it? Which one was it? Was it you? Yes, it was. I'm very bad at the things. I'm very sorry. We'll figure it out. We have sea dragons. Who doesn't like sea dragons? Followers of Abadar, who guard ship trade, are planning a raid on the river kingdoms to teach the river pirates a lesson. Will any of the kingdom's advisors be able to use the raid to their advantage? We should be okay with that. 75%. Sounds like a lovely chance. The river maiden. There is a mermaid, and we must send people who are accustomed to such creatures. The rim is probably very good. Would probably be very good for that because it's got a lot of willpower or whatever it is that you save against being charmed or whatnot. The recent solar eclipse has the people frightened. Many of them took it as a bad omen, referring to the Khalid shamans as calendars, which foretell a bad year. It's just a bad year. The fear is turning into panic. The people must be made to hear reason. The dangerous rumors. Oh no, not the rumors and rumors. Oh my god! Can the game please just come up with a? This is why I save my crisis points. Come up with a better theme. Seriously, that is just ridiculous. Amory needs. Yeah, she needs to do that. We're not gonna have a problem because we're really mostly waiting for the storyteller. That's where our bottleneck is. The thing is, we have 3 days to go. Or actually, how many? We have 5 days to go. But if we wait a week, I think it's not as simple as it might seem. Or in other words, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no, not that. I had to put them. I didn't submit them. I didn't submit the papers. I need to file them for things. Anyway, the point is, you start those events. You start those events, and you need that for sure. Even at 65, that's pretty difficult. Now we're waiting 5 days, and that's what I'm saying here. This thing will disappear right at the beginning, or I think it will disappear right at the beginning of next month. And the next month happens in 5 days, and I'm not even sure if I can indeed do it, but if I can, I will. Anyway. Let's see. Reveal my destiny. Some elves camping not far from the border of the kingdom sent us a letter demanding that we hand Jaethal over. We shall do that. And find the protagonists. Oh no, that's the enter the dream world. No. It's time we paid a visit to the storyteller and go on a trip where we have never ventured before. I have ventured. What do you mean never ventured before? Highness, my stories are calling for you. Have you come to answer their call? No, I come to bring you some stuff so you can tell me about the things that you told me already. Everything is prepared for the dream ritual. I am ready. How unusual. I do not collect a story, but help create it. Good luck, your highness, and may the gods guide your way. I don't know what was unusual about that, but he seems to think that it was unusual. Lindsay! Let's do this thing. Let's sleep together. That's... I meant it as like a sort of a double entendre, but then immediately thought of the really cool song by Porcupine Tree called... I don't remember the title. Whoa, it worked! We did it! Yes, and not for the first time. You know what? Let's give the game a chance of not murdering me. Because the game doesn't need to murder me, right?
Our sister. Our mistress.
That's...
Our queen.
Okay.
Our sister. Our mistress.
They're just gonna say that. Okay.
Our queen.
Nerissa.
Hail to our queen.
Stop calling me that. In the darkest hours and the brightest days, you simply called me sister. I need no other title. Your songs and laughter accompanied me in my happiest moments. I would rather not shift them to honorifics. The time of my triumph is nigh, sisters. I want to share it with you as I have always shared my secrets, my sorrows, and my joys. Even after I become an eldest, I shall not abandon you. My realm will be the kingdom of spring, love, and life, and you will all be most welcome there.
Be happy, sister. Be victorious, sister.
Wow, we're inside her dream. Maybe we should try talking to her. She may not quite be the real Nyrissa, but that's kind of the point. In her dreams, she can let out the things she would never say in the real world.
Be careful, Nyrissa. You have always been the bravest of us, and none deserve to be an eldest more than you. But these ambitions may come with a steep price.
Perhaps I have always been the bravest, Devindra, but you have always been the grumpiest. We are blessed with eternal life, but we keep living out each day, abiding by rules we had no hand in creating. My plan is daring, you say? Well then, so be it.
I simply pray we do not end up paying a price we cannot bear.
The cheerful voices of the nymphs fade away, and the vision seems to freeze. A ghostly Nyrissa stands before you, her eyes seeming to see you without noticing you. What have you done to your to your sisters, Nyrissa?
What I did to them is paltry compared with what was done to me. But you cannot understand. No one can. Just go away.
Wait.
Ah!
No. We don't need to fight. Let's. We don't need to fight. This story doesn't involve fighting. It's all frolicking in loveliness and just everybody's very happy, and we're good. I don't expect this to have been a difficult fight, but I just don't want to have to reload. That is a thing that is happening. Did you notice? That was weird. Okay, and there's just disappearing. We're missing a lot, but, you know, that's just par for the course, really. I think it's because we're right in combat. We should be careful. Dreams are full of monsters. I dread to think what we might find in Irissa's head. No, I don't dread it, because we're at 0.2 multiplier, and we can stay there forever. Not forever. Certainly not forever, hopefully. But no, the point is forever while we're here. Yes, we have a lesser Jabberwock, which is obviously the creature. Can we not have the lesser Jabberwock? Dude, stop.
Finish me, scum! I will not bow my head!
What? Can the self-proclaimed queen not fight off a mere animal of the kennel? I come not to kill you. A trial awaits you, trespasser. I shall simply make sure you get there without getting lost along the way.
No, thanks. Wait. Come again?
I cannot lose!
I think you can. I think you very much can. Are you gonna repeat it?
Finish me, scum! I will not bow my head!
Get ready. Yes.
The Viscount Smolderburn. No, I don't want to listen or look.
To me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom. I seek something simpler. Haughty. Guilty. Doomed.
Well, that's Death Star. Or something.
As you sought to steal a kingdom for yourself, so must you do again. 1,000 times over. For a theft, a true theft, must be practiced to be earned. It will be a lengthy task. This is how it shall be measured.
What? What is going on?
Make ruins of kingdoms. When each is dust, the grains shall gather in this vessel. When 1,000 grains are gathered, bring it before us as an offering, so that an eldest may sip from it.
This whole eldest business, it's really ridiculous. Nyrissa's there, though.
When that is done, your trespass shall be forgiven.
Where will I find so many nations? It is...
An impossible task? Oh! Let your unrequited love guide you. Guided you to your first kingdom, so it shall again.
Okay, I guess we have some motivation. Maybe a sympathetic...
Hunt for it, lust for it. Let the emptiness inside you become your deadliest weapon.
Maybe a little bit of a
It's
sympathy.
not an impossible task. After all, what use is an apology that cannot ever be given?
As I was gonna say, maybe a sympathetic villain. Which is good, because I wanted to let her sort of... I want her to be sympathetic. Even though she has done nothing to deserve my love. Not love, I suppose, but, you know, sympathy. Because that's what sympathetic comes from, obviously.
Get ready.
No.
Get scared.
Are you going around? Let's kill Adele back there.
Listen.
Listen to me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom.
It
I
loops.
seek something simpler. Apology.
It loops. I don't know what the two are, how the two are connected. Oh no, this is worse than it
It
looping.
will be a lengthy task.
It will. You just shut up. I actually do not know how to leave. And that is a problem. Let's look at the map. There's a big ball and there's a tower, or not a tower, it's sort of a building. But the building doesn't actually let us go anywhere. Okay, let me look it up basically.
Emptiness inside you.
I think we might need to talk to Nerissa somehow.
It is not an impossible task.
Oh, it is an impossible task. Anyway, cursed, she whispers. Did I truly deserve all of this? Oh, she was talking. I think that guy's gonna continue, which is, I will solve. Don't worry about it. Did I truly deserve all of this? You were ordered to destroy kingdoms, bringing unbearable suffering and pain to so many people. No matter what you have done, those who came up with this punishment are clearly no better. Let's go with this one. You messed with an enemy more powerful than yourself. That's why you're undoubtedly guilty. Guilty of foolishness.
So many wish to judge me. As someone who cannot comprehend the burden of the curse, you assume far too much. Burn!
No. I'm on 0.2. And thankfully that guy's gone. Also, is this burning? I think these things are electrical. It's the Viscounts and the Counts and the Marquis, or whatever they're called. Yep. We didn't get...
My lady, there's nothing we can do. The powers of those who've hidden the briar exceed our own in many ways.
Why search for that which has ruined me? He said, let your unrequited love guide you to the doomed kingdoms. No, I will not search any longer, but I must find it. Come now, start searching. It must be here in the stolen lands. Thousands of years searching. And for what? You were a part of me. What are you now? Once a branch has broken off, it cannot be reattached. How could I be so foolish?
Yeah, as I was saying, We didn't actually have to
Really,
fight.
There's
It's
nothing we can
fine.
do. The powers of those who've hidden the briar exceed our own in many ways.
Okay, so they loop as well. And that is really weird. This doesn't lead anywhere. I assume I need to talk to Nerissa here. That doesn't... I don't think that leads anywhere. Hey, Nerissa, can we stop talking about your love?
No, I will not search any longer.
Oh, boy, okay. I told them to stop, she says. No, I told them to search. It's pointless. Why do I need this? Do you see now? Do you see? They ripped my heart out and threw it into your world. And something else was torn out with it. I think she's still talking. What exactly were you looking for?
Something that was stolen from me. Do you believe the aim of my curse was the destruction of your pathetic kingdoms? No, that was merely a path towards redemption. The curse, it deprived me of a part of my soul. The most important part. Ripped from me, crippled, mutilated, and turned into an artifact. The briar.
Oh. Your kindness. Where did she mention kindness? She did not mention kindness. I'm not... Am I missing anything? But still, your soul?
No, something deeper. Brighter, I suppose. I only know the sound of this word, but not its meaning. A burning word. A stupid word. Love.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that either. I don't believe the soul can be irreparably damaged. Perhaps not always lost for you, after all. Your words resound with an unexpectedly loud echo. Seemingly influenced by them, the surrounding world begins to change. In the eerie silence following the Queen's last words, we heard a strange melodic chime. The world around us began melting into a colorful whirlwind. The insidious nymph Nerissa was gone. The visions of her servants faded away like candle smoke. I instantly realized what was happening. We were being drawn to the deepest level of the dream. In places like these, secret memories and desires could be hidden, sometimes not even known to their owner. What incredible luck to make it there, but would we be able to return? We found ourselves in a flat area among glistening pale green rocks. The areas of lush vegetation spotting the rocks were easily recognizable as flowers of the first world. Beneath the cliffs, a forest of white trees with sky-blue leaves could be seen. In the distance, the sharp spires of an ornate castle reached into colorful clouds. As we watched, the castle trembled and very slowly began moving away. It was building on the back of a enormous, that's many huges, three-eyed elephant with branching tusks. I turned and realized that we had also changed our shapes, obeying the laws of the dream. Our queen had turned into a magnificent and powerful dragon, yes. But what had I become? The queen met my gaze and said, "Lindsay, you look exactly like..." a shaggy giant with a huge club. The sun blazed across the golden scales of a dragon, reflecting thousands of sunspots all around. Feeling the full power of her new guise, the queen immediately tried, whatever she felt more comfortable with. And by the queen, it's Lindsay apparently who does that. Making someone their minion with the power of their mighty mind. Yep. The queen delivered a speech to a dryad. Just, one that was lying around. A couple of nixies and a colony of ants, but none of them seemed to be terribly impressed. No matter, though, we can try again in the real world, with kobolds. The hardest part will be finding a way to become a dragon again. After these adventures, the queen decided trying, breathing fire. We succeeded. It's a very unlikely success, but we rolled a 20. The golden dragon froze for a moment before exhaling a cone of blistering flame. It blossomed along the rocks like 1,000 fire-colored flowers, and the magical crystal cliffs of the first world reflected them like a mirror. Inspiration took me, and I immediately rushed to try writing a new chapter in the Queen's Chronicle detailing her adventures in this new guise, which ended up being a particularly difficult task as a clumsy giant who had only a huge club instead of proper writing utensils. But being tall has its advantages too. Looking out from behind the cliff, I noticed several Fae dragging a nice-looking casket in a remarkably snowy glade in the middle of the sun-dappled forest of summer. That's a sentence. I didn't know if it would come to any use, but I committed the place to memory to be safe. A melodic laugh suddenly rang out of nowhere. Not offensive, but rather inspiring. It seemed someone was watching the Queen's attempts at breathing fire. It was none other than Irisa herself approaching, but something in her appearance was strikingly different from the insidious, cold-blooded villain we had come to know. There was no shadow of arrogance or anger in her face, just cheerful sparkles in her bright blue eyes. "I'm glad to meet new guests in my domain. Greetings." She didn't seem to recognize us at all. "So, is this your realm?" "Oh yes," the nymph pointed to the forest below with an elegant gesture. Obeying her will, all the trees immediately changed their color, turning from white and blue to red and gold, and then to an elegant green. "I am Nyrisa. This is my 1,000 breaths." She scooped up the fire, still burning in places after the dragon's breath, and rolled it in her hands, turning it into a flower, a wild rose with glowing petals. Before our eyes, the flower took root and spread across the nearest rock. "I like you, stranger. Will you stay with me? Soon I will become something much, much more than I am now." Hiccups and all. "Soon my domain will become larger, more beautiful, its borders open to the bravest, most wonderful creatures, all with blazing souls. Together we will create a dreamland unlike any the first world has ever known." Silence fell for a moment before the Queen finally replied. Gilladel here finally replied. "This is a crazy plan. Give it up or you'll lose everything." For a moment, doubt flashed in the beautiful eyes of the nymph, but then she spoke with an unprecedented ardency, as though trying to convince the Queen or perhaps herself. "I will not give up. Not a chance. Even a simple drop of water lives a more interesting life than we children of the first world. A drop may ascend and fall, freeze and melt, dance with lightning in the storm, or create a rainbow. We are capable of much more, but we live out each day without trying to change anything in the world or in our destiny. I want more. I will achieve more. I will become one of the eldest." And we can finally learn what the heck this means. "No beings rule the chaotic and changeable plane known as the First World, the home of the Fae, but its most powerful residents are the mighty beings known as the Eldest, sometimes known as the Fae Lords or the Shapers. They each pursue their own mysterious goals and have little interest in doings of lesser creatures." It still doesn't tell me what they are. It tells me their role in this world, but it doesn't tell me what they are. They could be gods for all I know. They could be dragons. They could be will-o'-the-wisps, or just some old farts going around. Anyway, "I will create the realm of my dreams," she says. As Nyrisa spoke, the scene blurred into a mosaic of colors, and her voice began sounding more distant, fading away. For a moment, there was darkness, and we found ourselves in a completely different place. But it seemed vaguely familiar. The stone platform with a pedestal in the middle, that was something we had already seen in the first world, back when we were looking for a way to get rid of the ever-blooming flower. As in that old vision, Nyrisa sat on the pedestal, her head bowed low, just a shadow of the proud and powerful nymph we had spoken with but recently. The place she sat literally emanated an intense pressure, and a feeling of stiffness. My guess is it was some sort of magical prison. As we approached, Nyrisa raised her head, and she spoke in a muffled voice. I remember you. Our meeting is the last of my bright memories. The evanescent dream? Whatever. Afterward, there was the battle. My sisters slain by the monster with such ease, like wind extinguishing candles. Defeat and pain. Why have you come? to relish in my despair? No, don't succumb to evil and despair. Only then will you have a chance. Something strange shone in the nymph's eyes. It was as if the words of the queen had been imprinted somewhere deep in her soul. With these final words, the vision faded, taking us back to where we had entered this crazy world of melting dreams.
My Skylark, your song is sad today. What happened? Once young deer have barely grown their antlers. They face their fathers in fierce combat. Have you ever seen it? The time has come. You are a stag now, not some defenseless fawn. Go and fight. You were born for glory, my wolf cub. There is room in this world for all sorts of different birds. Some sing sweetly, while others screech proudly. But the peacock displays bright feathers to outshine them all. Be my peacock. Shine! You will become a king whose glory shall overshadow all within the river kingdoms.
If you've never heard a peacock, what did she say? Screech. Yeah. Then I meant to pause before she said that. Yeah, they make the most abominable sound any bird can make, and I'm not gonna make it here because it's also very loud. But you can look it up on YouTube, and yeah, my favorite sound obviously is the turkey, but because of course it is. I mean, it's the best sound a bird can make, like duh. But that part on the opposite side of the spectrum is the peacock. It's awful. And I have a neighbor who has both turkeys and peacocks, which, yeah, whenever the peacock decides to... actually, I think he only has a couple of peacocks. But when the peacock decides to start making that horrible screech, it's not really a screech, it's more sort of a scream. I'm not even kidding, it is a scream. Then the turkeys all go mad and just... and whatever. I can't make it properly while being so close to the microphone, otherwise I'll peak. Because it requires, if I want to imitate it, it requires the throat.
If you lose, my heart stops along with yours. My Skylark, your song is sad today.
It is weird the way this works, and I don't fully understand why they talk in circles. But at least
Once young deer have barely grown their antlers, they face their fathers in fierce combat. Have you ever seen it? So easily trapped. Stags and wolves, skylarks and peacocks.
Armag, Tristan, the Stag Lord, Irovetti, all turned against me because of you?
I was there with you from the very first steps you made into the stolen lands. I've created a nice cage of magical fog around you. Sent you my Skylark, helped you kill my stag, guided you through dreams and visions. And I pitted my wolf and my peacock against you. Does it not please you, my hound? I gave you so much prey to chase. But what I have done matters little when compared to why I have done it. I have already lost track of so much time. For so many centuries, I sought out those like you. The ambitious and bold. Those who believe they can change the world, or at least rule it. I seek them, grant them power, lead them to triumph, and then push them into the abyss.
No.
This suffering.
No. I mean, you will end the suffering because 0.2 multiplier. This is pointless. It's very obvious that the designers of the game just decided that every single story beat must have fighting in it. I would already be dead, by the way. I mean, I have some abilities that I could have used, but I didn't. We're coming up, closer. We're approaching the real Nyrissa, says... Who said that? Somebody said that. And I don't get healing. I don't need healing. because I have potions. I think I have potions. I should have potions. I basically never use them. But then again, I also threw some of them away. Yes. Use. Moderate wounds. Why are they separated? Nobody will ever know.
One more grain. And another grain. One more grain. And another grain. One more grain. And another grain. This one took 100 years to obtain. And that one was just a week. The first bears the blood of 3 generations burned in war. The second, just 2 well-chosen words. And 1 little betrayal. This will never end. Never! Do you see this cup? It has a name, you know. The Apology. Within it is the Stag Lord and his crazy dream to become a king and take me as his queen. And Armag and his never-born barbarian empire. Who will fall in next? Pitax and its Peacock King? Or you?
I know your story, Nyrisa. Unfortunately, what I don't know is... I don't actually know her story very well, and I wish it was a little bit... I wish we knew her story, because this is a lot of exposition. And it's not even exposition, it's... because that's not what it is. It's not exposition, but it's a lot of information to dump on the player, and it's good that it's not exposition, because that would be super bad. Exposition is rarely a good idea. But it's just like alluding to things, and that's fun. That's a good way of doing things. But unfortunately, it's a lot right at the way into the game. I wish we could have known things and maybe learn things for ourselves. And now, instead of her having to lament things in a way that we understand what is going on, she could be lamenting things in a way that we could understand her attitude or some. I don't know. I know your story now, Nyrisa. Unfortunately, what I don't know is how to help you overcome the curse. I think I know. She just needs to stop. Stop. Did I miss something? Because she's doing something that was asked of her to get her love back, a part of her soul or whatnot. I assume that's what she means, but...
What is this, a dream? Or is someone actually playing games with me? Speaking words that pierce like arrows, teasing me with the hope of salvation beyond my reach. I have had strange dreams recently. Of times before the curse, and a meeting that never occurred. So, this is a dream. But you have entered it from reality. Exquisite. Very reminiscent of the methods I typically use. For 1,000 years, none have come so close to me. And I assure you, none ever will again.
Oh no, she sees us! And also, we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.